Welcome back, guys, for a Gamebug exclusive video. So Nvidia fortunately let our team in to check out the couple of the games that are running on their 2080 Ti Nvidia RTX cards. Now, I've got some footage here showing Minecraft using an Nvidia texture pack, which actually is supporting ray tracing. Now, we've also got the vanilla version of Minecraft to show later in the video, but we'll start off here. So I just want to say thank you to Nvidia and everyone for organizing this so we could get a glimpse. Now, we also got to test out Control, which is actually running ray tracing on a laptop. We also got to check out Metro Exodus with the features of ray tracing in that. But the main focus for me is, as you can see here, like, look how amazing this already looks when you're, you know, just straight into Minecraft. Like, it looks crazy to think that this is the same game. So as you can see, I can toggle on and off, you know, just hitting the left and right arrow keys, which was a lot of fun just to be able to see the difference. So I'm just going to pause and let you take this in a bit and just have a look at this. So just going around, like, the one thing you do lose, I guess, is the color. You know, everything looks very bright and cartoony, whereas this looks more realistic. As you can see, the water looks realistic. But, I mean, it just depends what you want. But either way, I still think it looks absolutely incredible to think that this is the same game. Like, it just looks unreal. There's a bit of shimmer and stuff in there as well, but overall, like, look at that. Just flicking between with the press of a key, and it just looks absolutely different. So they were talking about a bit more about ray tracing, and, you know, it's been around since, I believe it was 2006, and it was actually featured in the movie Cars, the Disney animated one. Or I think it's Disney now. Maybe it was Pixar at the time, but I think Disney owns it now anyway. Regardless, it's been in movies for a very long time. Now, it's been around in terms of, like, they've always had the technology, they just haven't been able to do it in real time. They just felt that, you know, the video cards weren't strong enough, and now, you know, with these new lines of cards, especially all the RTX series, they can really pull off ray tracing in real time. So it's not new technology. Nvidia's not the only one who's doing this technology, but they really believe in this technology. And as you can see here, look how incredible that looks. The light reflections are insane. That little room that you can see there with the glowing cube, that's my favorite. And yes, they let me break walls just to check it out. But look at that. So obviously it's got a more metallic texture on top of the standard one there, but if you can see these light boxes, I actually end up destroying these so you can actually see sort of the effects with the light. Now obviously I have to sort of look away and look back for it to sort of kick in, as you'll notice when I shift the camera. So when I put it back on, see, now you can see the room is not illuminated as much as it was before. So it's really cool stuff, and I just love how that little colored cube can emit this just fantastic lighting. You know, and so that's a very dark room, so I actually end up breaking away some of this ceiling here to let some of the natural light in. You can just see how much of it changes. You know, it goes from being really dark with that colored light, you know, really blaring out, to, you know, dimming it down a bit. So yeah, let's go through into these other areas. Now, some of these rooms down here, they've been specifically designed to show off ray tracing in Minecraft. Again, using this special textures pack. But you will see later on in the video just the base Minecraft using some of these ray tracing features. So I mean, look at that. So you'll see here the light is actually reflecting purely off the water. And it's almost like it's glass, but you can see just by the shimmer that it's actually water. This one tripped me out. I thought I was just going to walk straight ahead and just fall into a hole, but that actually is glass, and it sort of has that shimmer effect as well on this to sort of let you know, hey, this is glass, so don't worry, you're not going to fall down a hole, although there is a hole there. So you can see obviously just the white flat surface, and then when I turn it on, that'll give you an idea of what's actually glass. And now this is reflecting from what's on the ceiling coming down. So when I turn it back on, you'll see there's lights there that weren't there before. That's because they're reflecting off all different surfaces. So that's one room. Let's move on to the next. This is just a typical plain light box. Nothing fancy there, but you know, still cool. This one's awesome. It's just a room illuminated by the bright tiles that are... So they're emitting light from the light that's being produced from above. And you can see some of these textures on the side have like a metallic sheen, and even they're reflecting the color off them. And you've sort of got that glossy marble finish underneath there too. So depending on the types of surfaces that you see, like depends how much they're going to actually reflect light. Let's move on to another area here. Just another showcase of some of the metallic surfaces and how placing certain objects will get you different lights bouncing off. Clearly I didn't take too much time in there when I probably should have. Just showing some red. Now this room was cool. I didn't actually know what the hell I was supposed to do with it in here, and I just saw this red thing on the wall and I was like, okay, what's the deal with this? So first of all, you can see obviously the light reflecting off on this metallic surface here. Now the lovely chap from Nvidia told me that that's actually an upside down love heart, and what they've done, they actually found this out by accident. By putting this upside down love heart, this little hole that you can see here straight ahead. Now if I go behind this wall, you'll actually see, if you've got the brightness turned up, it actually reflects that upside down love heart into a love heart the correct position. Which, as they said, that was only an accident. They didn't really realize that the extent of how the light reflections would work, and it's incredible. So just going through that single little windowed hole there, just yeah, totally changes what's produced. And you can actually see I'm jumping up, so you can see the light beam actually shooting through. So it was an incredible little thing there. Let's move on here. What have we got here? Ah, yes. So just a bunch of colored cubes with the water reflecting all the light off it, and it just looks incredible. I mean, look at that. It's just absolutely night and day how much of a difference this makes. And obviously the closer you get, you know, it just, everything about it is unreal. That's just a really bright light that sort of beams off and lights up the whole hallway. What have we got in this one? Just some colored doors with the lights behind them. But as you can see, it produced like a rainbow effect behind it. And that was all from that room. Now we're heading back out into the main foyer. So at the moment, certain games have used ray tracing, like Battlefield 5, Control uses it, Wolfenstein Youngblood now has got it. There's a bunch of different games, but we were actually told that Control uses the full suite of different ray tracing techniques, because there is more than one. There's reflections, there's lighting, there's all these technical terms that I have no idea about, but games going forward are going to use more ray tracing features. And obviously it does take a big hit to your performance, so that's why you need one of these crazy RTX cards. I mean, they're not cheap, but you know, if you sort of prepare yourself for games coming in the future, you know, you're gonna get a lot out of it, let's be honest. And I mean, just look at that. That is absolutely insane. So it just depends on the developers themselves how much they want to use. Oh, if you have a look at this, so turn off that, and you can even see it reflects in the water as well. And as I said, so Nvidia is not the only one doing ray tracing, but they're really pushing it with their cards. They're really hoping that developers get on board, and you know, it's something that the developers themselves need to implement and sort of work out how it's going to impact the game, and you know, optimize it to make it work well. And so, for example, Battlefield 5, I believe, it only had reflections using RTX. So you didn't get the full experience. So people were like, oh, okay, well, it's not that different. You know, it was still cool seeing reflections of fire in the water and stuff like that. But I believe people were just looking for like something more. So if you've got a chance, if you've got one of these RTX cards, definitely give Control a shot, because not only is Control an amazing game, it just looks absolutely incredible. So over here now, I'm going to be switching over to the vanilla version of Minecraft. So you'll see here, voila, I'm clicking vanilla RTX. And you'll get to see what it looks like. So this is just the standard Minecraft with, I'm not sure if it has like sort of the more updated textures directly from the Mojang team, but Nvidia has not touched this one in any way. This is just using the ray tracing from the card itself as a feature, but no crazy textures. And even still, like, look at that. It just gives so much more detail. It makes things just look more realistic, more polished. Some of those tree textures just pop now because there's all different shades of green. Like, look at this colored floor. It's just insane. Little villages over here. Me not knowing how to play Minecraft properly, didn't even know how to jump over this, so I decided to break it. But yeah, it's just incredible. I'm just gonna let you guys watch the rest of this video, but definitely if you're in the game for getting a new card, I'd highly recommend one of these new RTX cards. If you can afford it, get the RTX 2080 or 2080 Ti, but even something like a 2060 or a 2070 will get the job done for what you want. Just depends how much you want to sort of crank your visual settings. But yeah, it's just definitely something I'm looking forward to in the future of games that are coming out. And the new Modern Warfare on PC supports ray tracing. Cyberpunk's going to be supporting it. Expect all the big releases on PC to be supporting it in the future. Alright guys, I'll let you watch the rest of this video and hope you enjoyed. Bye!